What's up, Trumpet fam? Harrison Ball here. I am working on one of my routines for my program, which is, what have I named it? I called the Limited Seas Routine. Now, I wrote out all the sheet music. You don't get to look at it. And what I'm doing is I've actually recorded 4 different versions of it. And I thought I might run through like the process of how I do all of this. So inside of this, I recorded it on an AEA R84 microphone right there. So I bought that like $1,000, I think it was like $1,000 microphone US. And then I'm running it through a cloud lifter and then through an SSL plus solid state logic. And then now I'm talking to you on an SM58 put through the cloud lifter into my SSL into OBS. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of how I've done it. So I've set everything up. Ka-chow. I've set everything up in here. I use Pro Tools. And what I've done is I've used 2 different microphones. I've also used an Roya 121. And I was able to put all the vocals in there. So I did cues into every single thing. So if you listen to it here, we've got exercise 4, daily diagnostics. 1, 2. So what we have there is we've got the click track that we've done, and then we've also got the talking microphone and the trumpet playing microphone, right? We've added in, if you're interested in the plugin that I'm going to use, I'm running trumpet into bus, left and right stereo, bus 1 into a mixing area, and I'm putting it on Deverb. If you want to screenshot these settings, these are the settings that I've chosen to go with for here. So it's not a dead sound. People can match that sound. So what we are doing here is we are running everything through input 1, and then I don't want to have the click talking over here. So if I jump here and I line it up, I get to get rid of that. Exercise 4. Daily diagnostics. 1, 2. Breath attack. Great. So we've got that. Now what we're going to do is going to run through and make sure that we do all of these count offs so that they line up inside of it. Here we go. 1, 2. Perfect. Then we've got the articulation exercise on the routine. Boom. Go. 1, 2. Got the articulation starting on G going up to C. And then we are workshopping it. So we've gone from 90 beats per minute. We've added it and adjusted here to 95. We've got the new click track placed below. We've got a talking microphone with nothing written on it. That needs to get gone. And this has to come from this channel, the talking channel, into here. I don't know why it's gone on to there. Tempo change. So we need to get rid of this and take it up to here. Boom. Exercise 7A, beginner approach to the Chuck Finley arpeggio exercise. Boom. So we've got that into there. We've got the count off, and then we have the exercise. Let's get rid of that one blurt there. What's this? Some bleed through from the mic. So we want to make sure that this lines up correctly so that they get enough space. So we've got... One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Off. Clean it up. 1, 2, 1. Great. We've got that into there. We've got the count off and the click starting. We want to make sure that's like that. I don't know if I spoke between these. Interesting. Let me check out the sheet music real quick. Should be 8 bars rest. Perfect. Okay, so rest as much as you play when you're practicing the trumpet. 2, 3, 4, 2. And back here, we're going to make sure we take the talking out. Exercise 8A. All right. Boom. Get rid of that. Start the click. 2. Shugga dugga 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 bop. Great. We start on time there. Always good to start on the beat, I guess. All right. Then we're going through these exercises. For anyone interested, these little notes here are Melantine, which is auto-tune. And I actually utilize that so I can visually see. I don't have to listen to it. I can see the waveform. So it's a free plugin you can get for OBS, not OBS, for Pro Tools. A lot of people use it to auto-tune in the industry, but I do it to see everything. So see how these exercises, I can see it going visually down and up. This is what you need to do, because when you're doing this much editing on here, so you're starting on and you go down and up. See, you can see the wave. See, if you see one that's repeated or missed, boom, you can catch it. Speed editing with Harrison. Great. Then we go on the next exercise. Tempo change. Cut that out. Great job. Exercise 9, the vertical alignment. Boom. And then let's check this here. 1. Play from there. Make sure that it goes. Keep it going. I'm going to play first and then you respond. Ready? Get rid of this. Great. We start on the beat. Terrific. Then they repeat here, and then we want to check this out here. All right, last exercise, we've made it. Recentering the chop. Soft as possible, almost whisper tone. All right, so we don't need any metronome here over the top of me talking. All right, last exercise, we've made it. Recentering the chop. Soft as possible, almost whisper tone. 1 E and a 2. You can't listen to that. All right, so once we do that. All right, last exercise we've made. 1 E and a 2. Great. Now that we've put that together, this does not belong here. This belongs here. Clean up the end so we don't have any bleed of room music. Not like birds. Birds in the background. We don't want that. We don't want birds, noises, drills, whatever. So we want to make sure that we do that. All right. So that's pretty good. We got a breath attack at the front. If you're like very unhappy with beginnings to the notes, you can simply just do that. You can hear how there's not any there. So you do this and then you get the little tool like that. Boom. Right. And this is all stuff that happens in studios and mixing people all across the world, LA and everything. So let's have a listen. Starts late. See it? Not good. So what are we going to do? I wonder why that started late. I did drag a couple things around. Let me listen to it. So you can see it's been moved. It's shifted. Right? We're not aligned. So to line it up, very simple. Drag and stop. Drag. Sometimes my computer has delay in it. Other times when you're moving files from line to line like this, like say if you're dragging this here and you move it up there, see how it moves a bit? It doesn't lock as well into place. So it's always risky when you do something. You want to listen to it subdivide. So you want to be a musician that's really good at mixing, right? Because you want to do it like this. So you want to subdivide. You want to think 1 E and a 2 E and a shak. Now it's out of time. It's completely out of time. It's all full. Not in the right place. Do it again. So something's happened here. The other one was fine. Let's listen to this one. All right, that's fine, but this one needs to come forward a bit. If you can see it. We want to make sure we highlight all three of the tools. Simply drag forward a bit. And boom, boom, boom. I'm not happy with that. Nope. One and so what we want to do now, Control Z. Good. That's what it is. And put it back. We're going to leave it the way it was. Yeah, it's fine at the beginning. There's nothing wrong with that breath attack. Anyway, I do that by a long stretch. I kind of like get derailed to just kind of like see if I can make things better because I'm a perfectionist. But I just have to let it go sometimes. Great. So see how we're killing the dead space between these? Cool. As it's a longer exercise, it's slower, and these are softer. We're going to have to lift it up, so we don't want bleed from anything else in the room between these exercises. Cool. Take the back out. Great. Zoom out. End of it. Let's add something in here. Into the talking mic. Boom, boom, boom. So you can hear that here. Turn it down. Great job, everyone. Good work. Take a break and then maybe come back to the trumpet. Otherwise, you deserve that break. Good job, and see you on the next one. Boom. Simple as that. Let me turn me up. Unselect the microphone so you don't hear it, and you want to test what you have there. Great job, everyone. You know, I really hate that noise. Anyway, edit that out. Great job, everyone. Good work. Good. And then we want to take that down here. Great job, everyone. Good. We've done that. Let's listen to the trumpet. So now what we want to do, now that we've done that, we've recorded everything, we've put it in here, we can see all the patterns, we can see the full routine. What we want to do now is go to Window, Mix, boom, 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 boom. All right, now I've got this set up here where the talking is panned 31 to the left. We're going to have the trumpet through the middle, and we're going to have the click also through the middle. But the main thing is the trumpet playing. So what we want to do is go from the beginning. Just like that. Exercise 4, daily diagnostics. 1, 2. All right, so we've got that. And because there's a little dip on the end of the note, like dum, bum, bum, it's from the reverb. So what we want to do is to isolate the mix. Find the mix. Make sure everything's labeled. So we've got everything labeled in here. Click. We've also got it labeled on... Boom. Click. We've got trumpet, which is the AA microphone input 1 into the bus, which is going to go into the mixing bus here. we've got the standard click from the recording that we've done it. That way we're able to isolate that into here. I just call it slow routine click. It's left over from the last one, so I'm just going to click click. Would be nice if I could spell it. Anyway, boom, click. Talking microphone is not used in this one. We're using this talking microphone here. Then we want to make sure we're going from the top back to the beginning. We're going to click mix. Play. So we're going from the top. This is not selected. Exercise it's muted. 4, daily diagnostics. 1, 2. We're going to click at the right level. Everything sounds pretty good to me. It's from the same one. We've got the EQ set up like this. Smooth vocals for when I'm talking. Just to make it a little bit more rounder. And that is pretty much it. Now, what we want to do is we want to do it exactly like this. So what we want to do is bounce mix. We're going to call it something that we know. So we're going to call it normal routine with Harrison 2.0. We're going to bounce it over to here. You can see it exporting. It's a 17-minute routine. Great. Now that it's over here, we're going to play it with two things. We're going to play it now with music through Apple, and I guarantee you it's going to be too soft. So now we're listening to two things through the headphones that we originally mixed on. Exercise 4, daily diagnostics. 1, 2. Sounds good there. Now the second step is we want to play it through the audio of the MacBook Pro. Now it's a normal kind of volume. It's kind of a bit low, but this is what I've really gotten into recently. If you open with VLC, right, you can listen to the true audio here. Exercise 4, daily diagnostics. 1, 2. Exercise 4, daily diagnostics. 1, 2. So the vocal has to come up, the click has to go down, the trumpet has to go down. Okay, we've also got some clipping. So that's good that we did that. So let's check this out again. So if we go into here, we're going to start it from the beginning. All right, and we're going to play it. Exercise 4, daily diagnostics. 1, 2. So there, we're going to take it down from the mixing area instead of the trumpet mic. So because it's getting run into a bus, right? Technically a separate track, however you want to think about it. I don't want to get too technical on it on this video, but we are going to drop it on the actual mix. We're going to take it from +7. Well, it was +10 down to +6.5. Exercise 4, daily diagnostics. 1, 2. Pretty happy with that mix. All right. It's hard to tell because every time you like get something different, it goes different. So now we want to do the exact thing that we called it 2.0. We want to replace it on the MacBook. Wait a couple seconds. We're going to go straight to the VCL. Open with VLC. Sorry. Restart play. Exercise 4, daily diagnostics. 1, 2. That mix is good. Let's see if it blows out. No, perfect. So that means with what we've done today, we've been able to produce a slow, medium, fast routine going from 30 minutes, 20, and 25, and like 14 full complete play-alongs. We've been able to mix it all on here. You now know all of the different gear that I use, from Roya R84 to Cloud Lifter to Interface to MacBook. When you put this all together, I don't know, over like $20,000 worth of gear to be able to produce just this. So that's the life of a musician. And I hope you enjoyed. That's how I mix it. And I'm on to about 20 more of these. So wish me luck, everyone. See you later.